Well, anywho, I guess it's picked up a few dollars for me to show off and have a little fun with.
I'll give you some money. How long were you in Japan?
Well, during the war, I went in the fourth day after the surrender, which was, I think, September the 5th. And I think I was in Okinawa when the war ended. And I think we were all set to go. And so then we went, but not to have to fight to the last Jap. They gave up right from the start, and I was in. Well, I think I had a girlfriend over there who wrote me a note saying, "Don't be in a hurry to come back on my account." It lost. So I had a real nice girl there. She was a school teacher. And I bought her a little house about twice as big as this room for, I think, about $300, something like that.
Oh, good.
And then she had a couple of girlfriends that they were all school teachers. They gave her a place to live when I left. And I think I got ready to go. Oh, the main thing, we were gonna photograph the Orient. And we're going to have a couple of guys laying their bellies in the airplane, and every 32 seconds they snapped a shot and strip of 36 millimeter. And I thought that was very important because during the war, the chief knowledge that we had of Japan was what the missionaries had been able to furnish us. And so we knew where some military outlets were. And so in answer to your question, how long was I in Japan, I left there
little super chilies.
Last of January of '46. So I was there September, October, November, December, 6 months. I had a lot of fun there. I liked Japan. And again, we had when we were in Japan, the colonel called us all in and said, "Look, if you have any trouble over here, shoot first and don't ask questions later." Those were our instructions. And so that was, but we didn't have to. I scarcely ever saw an instance of where they were getting revenge or some hard-nosed guys didn't want to give up. Although there was a couple of stories of some of them came out of the jungles. They'd been there 5 years after the war was over. They were eating the natives.
Mike was going around taking pictures of us.
Hey,
and he was sending them down to.
So what would you say your favorite place? What would you say your favorite place you've ever traveled would be?
Actually, great grandkids.
England. And well, I like South Africa too. And England, but mostly because. Hi, Bill.
Hello there, Nanny.
Greetings.
Warm up. We're going to send you in. I saw your pictures at your birthday party.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You'd have thought I looked 90.
Yeah.
I only look 88.
88. How you doing? Can I hug you?
You can.
Good.
She looks so pretty today. I thought she was going to have a makeover.
Oh, I do lots of places I've liked. I like France.
Yeah, that looks good.
Maybe I should try that.
Greece
That
was nice. But mostly England. And Ireland and Scotland. Because that's me. Yeah. I'm no japper.
Some preacher said, if you have to,
but I've been back to
you have to paint the
Japan
barn to make it a little bit more attractive.
3 different times since the war, but mostly as a tourist. And just, Diane and I went there once, and we stayed there.
When I was a
I
kid,
think 3 or 4 weeks, free.
people didn't
Free.
Yeah, well, airline mileage.
nobody wore makeup. And so we got
But I'm trying to remember
His name was,
Cambodia, and I don't.
Nelson. And his wife wife's name was Betty, and she had 3 or 4 kids. And
I'm sure I told
she
you the
gave
story.
the
We
little baby
stole this
each one, you know,
airplane.
and kept it,
And
So somebody-
I was a commanding officer. We destroyed, you know, no good. NFG. And
and he told
so
her, he said, for heaven's sake, he said, if a little bit of lipstick will help her look a little bit.
everybody picked it up at once.
Said, don't say nothing
And
to her.
so this guy, when he had was a good mechanic,
They called it.
he said, I can have this thing going in 2 hours,
They just didn't.
which he did. And so we took it, and
Dad died.
I convinced the guys. They said, look, we're never going to have an opportunity like this again.
He died.
We're going to visit the Orient. And we had a sergeant on that group
You know what I'm saying?
who could crank out military orders that were absolutely impeccable. You could pass them, except we got caught once. I think I told you about that. We got to land at a naval base, and I asked, it's refueled, and this semi-big shot officer came out and said, I think these orders are spurious. And he said, we're going to hold you here. I went back to the flight, and the guy said, Jesus, Bill, we're going to be at Leavenworth if we don't get out of this. And I said, get out. So I went down to the officers' club, and there was a 1-star general. He was there drunk out of his gourd, puked all over him, peed. Everything you could think of was the matter with the guy, and and his blouse was hanging over on a nail over there. I took a look around. I said, hey, that'll fit me. And I put this 1-star general, and I was nothing but a buck-ass captain. I think you're going to Leavenworth. We're really going to Leavenworth now, but I got in with this and went back to that officer, and I said, fuel it now. And he was afraid to go at me, you know. You don't go at a 1-star general. The minute I get back to that airplane, we're going down the runway and threw it out the window.
You ever see one of those?
That was fun.
Where did you guys fly to? Just all over?
Oh, we went to places. We'd say, hey, that looks pretty interesting. Let's go down there. One other story, we found a little town, way up in northern Japan somewhere, and had a airstrip. And we looked at it. It was pretty short. I think we can ring it in and drop it in there, and we would get out again when it's time. So we had a Jeep on board. And there were 6 of us, or 5, and we landed there, got out, went halfway down the side. It was a kind of a shaved off mountaintop, and we didn't see anybody. And I began to feel funny in my stomach. I said, hey, I don't like this. I think we may be getting sandbagged here. And we were all armed then, because the colonel had turned us loose, and here's how to work by one of these. You yank like this, and something will come out the other end and kill somebody. So we got a little town, little pissy-ass town, half as big as Chagrin Falls, empty. And I said, hey guys, if one window opens and one thing sticks out that window, blow it away now. Or we're going to get blown away. I don't like this. But looked around about 15 minutes. A little kid about 4 years old poked his head out the door. And I said, okay guys, here's our chance. And we had a bunch of Clark bars and Hershey bars. We gave this kid the Clark bar. And then we were swarmed. Gee, there's the kids out there trying to get candy bars. And no white guy had ever been in this city before. And what was the city? It's just a little pissy ass. But we had a nice time there. They finally, the mayor took us around. We had a nice time. We all had our choice of the girls. that was kind of pleasant. Oh, but you answered your question. Yeah, I went to Oliver. We had a couple of months to do that. Never had a one bit of trouble, except that time with that guy who wouldn't fuel us. And I don't even remember the names of those countries now. I know French Indochina, which I'm pretty sure is Vietnam, and both North and South Vietnam.
Yeah.
And then the Japanese, three main Japanese islands. I got pretty good with the language.
Oh, really?
I could, at least make myself understood. Well, King William, how are you?
Okay. Was you checking out, making sure I wasn't gonna get in trouble?
Well, I didn't want you to eat that stuff and get your stomach upset.
Did you learn some Japanese while you were over there?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot, yeah. I got almost fluent. I'm not so that I could speak and little other than understood.
Is that right?
Yeah. Well, I lived over there